Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is Big Girl Diary. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. First Lady of Nigeria, Remy Tinubu. Oh. Are we backtracking what we said? Are we backtracking? Oh, we are backtracking. Well, I saw this one coming. You know, she came out there saying, Meghan Markle, not even Duchess Meghan, can't even call her by her proper name. She calls you by your proper name, First Lady Tinubu, or First Lady of Nigeria, Remy, however, Remy or Mrs. Tinubu. No, you couldn't even do that. Just straight out, you came out the gate being disrespectful. But that's how some people do. And now you are backtracking. I find this hysterical. Now, I feel bad. Oh, I feel bad for this person. I mean, I truly feel bad. I do. And I would say, Mr. Tinubu, I feel bad for him because he has to deal with what came out of your mouth. But you went after Duchess Meghan for what reason? I don't know. Duchess Meghan is bringing charity and everything, and going around assisting people with her husband, and you couldn't be charitable at all, Mrs. Tinubu. No, you couldn't be charitable at all. You had to throw shade and throw all that vitriol. Now, there was somebody in my chat that didn't say anything about my content. No, you couldn't say nothing about my content. But what you did say was, you don't know what vitriol means. Really? So I had to respond back using the definition. I just like all that silliness. That's silly. But let's get to the spiciness of it first. Let's get to the spiciness of it because I'm gonna soak you all haters. Haters always back the wrong people. And then you look dumb. Meek Mill. Loser and dumb. Okay? No Diddy. Let me take that back. A loser. Okay, Meek Mill, you jumped on the bandwagon. Meek, you jumped on the bandwagon. Yes, you did. Pathetic, but I digress. Let's go ahead and get to this. You can't make this up. She said it, and then this is what she said. Let's go ahead and get to it.
Nation's First Lady, Lady Tinubu, has slammed Meghan Markle for her outfit choice. This just weeks after the American actress visited the African nation with her husband, British Royal Prince Harry. Nigeria's First Lady didn't mince words as she publicly criticized Markle for showing quote-unquote nakedness during her trip. Tinubu has warned Nigerian women against copying American celebrities and asked them to preserve Nigeria's cultural practices. Our final report unpacks the criticism lobbed at the Duchess of Sussex.
Okay, Mrs. Tinubu, let me ask you something. Let me ask you, how are you telling young women? How are you telling them do not mimic American culture when you have Nollywood? Help me out there. Help me. Help me understand what you're talking about. You're saying don't copy American actresses, don't copy what they do in America, but you have Nollywood. The sense ain't sensing. Okay, it isn't. It isn't. What you're doing is backward, truly backward. For you to attack Princess Meghan like that, and then turn around and say, but don't act like Hollywood actresses, but everything what you got going on is Hollywood. A double-minded woman is a danger is a double-minded woman is dangerous, truly dangerous. But let me get back to it.
Former British royal family members Prince Harry and Meghan.
How's that nakedness? Where is it? She's fully clothed, and plus it's hot as all outdoors in Nigeria. What is a 200 degrees out there? Just a thought.
Meghan Markle's recent trip to Nigeria caused a stir for all the right and wrong reasons. It was their first official foreign tour since ditching their royal titles, so everyone was watching.
And I noticed that no one criticized Harry. Why are you wearing that? You're wearing Nigerian clothes. Why da 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 da? I mean, all kinds of wild stuff. You can't make this wildness up.
To see how it would go. And oh, did things go awry? Especially.
I know she showed her she showed her shoulders. She showed her shoulders. Oh my goodness, what a travesty. Everything's coming to an end. She showed her shoulders. Nakedness. Have you seen some of the I'll show you this. Let me finish this out right here. I'll show you.
Especially with Meghan Markle's outfit choices. While many might have moved on, Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu definitely hasn't. Tinubu took a not-so-subtle jab at Meghan Markle recently. Speaking at an event marking her...
Wait a minute. I quite remember Queen Elizabeth II came to Nigeria dressed like that. She had her shoulders out, but that was okay. I mean, I find this cherry picking a bit interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
Husband's first year in office, she implied that nakedness is a no-go in Nigeria. She slammed the skimpy outfits often donned by American film stars. And who could she be talking about but the suit star who just spent 3 days in Nigeria? Tinubu turned her speech into a stern warning to Nigerian women. She declared that they shouldn't lose themselves by imitating American celebrities, taking aim at Hollywood's racy fashion influence. The First Lady encouraged teenagers to dress modestly and to ignore the barely there styles made popular by US stars. This was probably a dig at the sleeveless dress that Meghan wore to a Muslim school, which many found inappropriate. Tinubu.
Okay, one quick thing. Now, whenever people go to places, right? There's always a conversation of what the requirements are. If it's hot out there and I'm not sure if she has been exposed to Muslim culture or anything of that sort, she should have been told the dress code. But then for her to come and then you bash her, I mean, I just don't like stuff like that. But that's just me. That's just me. Just say it.
Even went on to say that Nigeria was not hosting the Met Gala, pointing out the double standard where men are well dressed while women show too much skin. The First Lady made it clear that nakedness was not part of Nigeria's culture. However, Tinubu later confirmed she was indeed referring to Meghan Markle. Markle had claimed during her...
I want you to keep that right there. Keep that in mind, okay? Because she said, I'm talking about Duchess Meghan. See, she didn't call her Duchess Meghan. She called her Meghan Markle. I mean, come on, First Lady. You got to do better than that. You're a world leader, and you're representing your country and your husband, and you can't do nothing but show all that vitriol and all that bitterness and throwing shade. You threw more shade than the moon. Okay. The First Lady of Nigeria threw more shade than this eclipse that recently passed. She had more shade than the eclipse. She did. But keep in mind, she said that she was talking about Duchess Meghan Markle. Oh, the backtracking is the backtracking. Watch.
her visit that she's 43% Nigerian, to which Tinubu questioned, and I quote, "Why did Meghan come here looking for Africa? That is something we have to take home with us. We know who we are. Don't lose who you are."
All right. Now that's one thing I took great offense. I took great offense on that one. Huge offense. And many Black Americans do take offense to little slide comments like that. And that right there really needs to stop, all that little pettiness. Well, we know who we are. Do you know who you are? Where do you come from? Why do you come to Africa? Now you see, I could go all day long on that, but this right here is not the platform to do it. I'll do it on Politics with Laura, and then I could really cut loose politically. Mrs. Tinubu, that was shady, and the vitriol is just outrageous. But I will say, the First Lady of Cameroon would never behaved in that manner. I'll say it again. The First Lady of Cameroon would never have behaved in a manner in which you behaved. And the way you talked about Duchess Meghan and how you downplay her, and then you talk about a whole bunch of other people that your husband just went to America, like what, 7-8 months ago, that was invited, and then you're over there throwing all that vitriol out there. You know, one thing that men really need to understand is you got to be very careful who you align yourself with, especially if you're going to marry her and she's going to be your representative. Because Mrs. Tinubu, you embarrassed your husband. I'll say it again. You embarrassed your husband. You embarrassed Nigerians, because some Nigerians over here were not too happy with you at all. Weren't happy. But I'll leave it right there. Let me finish this up real quick.
Social media lit up with criticism after seeing Meghan Markle's outfits in Nigeria. Some said her choice of expensive and revealing clothes was inappropriate, while others called for more modesty. Fashion experts said Markle showed too much skin in a country where over half the population is Muslim. As of now, neither Meghan Markle nor her representatives have commented on this.
I mean, I don't blame them for not commenting, because that right there is downright silly. It's downright silly for what the First Lady of Nigeria did, but the backtracking. Oh my goodness. I could only imagine what Mr. or the President Tinubu had to say to you. I don't think it was nice, because you quickly were backtracking. Let's get to the backtracking. Meek Mills, loser, siding with that mess. Double loser. No Diddy. Everybody always says no Diddy. I don't know. But here, I gotta say, I thought it was quite interesting. Okay, let me bring this up. All righty. Let me. Okay, good. It's playing music, so I can't. Now here, the First Lady. Where was it? Now here. Now you just heard the First Lady said, "Yeah, your clothes, your nakedness, all this, that, and the other. You're this, you're that." Remember all that spicy speech she was giving? Yeah, I said it, Meghan. Wait, let me change this. Yeah, I said it, Meghan. I said it, you. All that spicy language. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But now it's like, oh no. You misunderstood me. Oh no, you misunderstood what I said. Oh no, I was backing Meghan. I was backing Duchess Meghan. I was backing her for all the good stuff that she was doing. Pitiful. Pitiful. But here, the Nigerian First Lady, the Duchess fashion choice during the visits country earlier this month. The First Lady, Olorunmi Latinde, messing up her name, issues facing Nigeria's youth, youth population was published online. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. We don't accept nakedness in our culture. But excuse me, there are beautiful girls, and should I be? Oh my goodness, my goodness. Okay, a couple of things are happening at one time. But here, this was interpreted by some as a First Lady using Duchess Meghan as an example with her reference. No, you said what you said. However, the First Lady's office now issued a statement backing Duchess Meghan and pushing back on what they consider to be a false narrative. Really? Really? You're pushing back on a false narrative? Man. Oh, now it's a false narrative. Now you're taking it back. You're backtracking. Now, here's the funny part. Everyone, and I say everyone who co-signed on the First Lady of Nigeria, co-signing, yeah, Duchess Meghan, the stuff that I had on my minute video. Oh, she's a liar. They didn't even see the entire video. Hey, those of you who were making all that spicy remarks, how do you like me now? Because I was telling you, where is the nakedness? What is she talking about? I don't see it. Where is it? Oh, Duchess Meghan is a liar. She's this, she's that. And you're saying all the spicy thing, and the First Lady left you out there hanging. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I'm starting to get sick. She left you there looking crazy. I gotta say. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see. Do I have it? They're pointing at you. Look at that fool right there. Look at that fool. Look. You can't do nothing but laugh. You can't do nothing but laugh. I mean, it's really funny. But let me see what else. What else? Where is it? Wait a minute. That's like no, okay. Okay, I'm done gloating. And I'm gloating for many reasons. One, because in her statement, she was talking about all Black Americans. Okay, she was. She was doing that sly, micro aggressive stuff. Saying that you don't know where you come from. Why is she coming here to Nigeria? What are you looking for? Well, I'm gonna say this again. Mrs. Tinubu, you may never see this, and that's okay, but other Nigerians will see this, and my Nigerian friends are really, really embarrassed of you. Very embarrassed. But when you say that, okay, other people, I'm just going to make a blanket statement. When you say reckless stuff like that, like you don't know where you come from, then you are in the country to where people were stolen and taken to someplace else. And then when they come back centuries later, and then there's a stick in the mud like you there saying, well, what do you want from Africa? You don't even know where you come from. Well, she did a DNA test and found out that she's what, 43% Nigerian. Oh, and those of you people that left the most ignorant statement. You act like that you have never been in a biology class. You act like that you have not had any science at all. Period. When you say some of the most ignorant things, I mean, if you don't know, sometimes it's best just to keep your mouth shut. Just shut up. Zip it. Saying some of the things like, well, if she's 43% Nigerian, but she said that she was 43% Maltese, wherever in Italy. I want you to know she has 46 chromosomes, 23 from her dad and 23 from her mom. Okay. And then let's go down even further. They got their chromosomes and DNA from their parents and their parents and their parents, and same on both sides. That made Meghan Markle. Okay. So when she took a DNA test of ancestry, the biggest part happened to be Nigerian. Now, the first lady, in my opinion, showed very, very little grace in to where she could not get beyond herself, and instead of welcoming her, she was the evil stepmother. She's like Queen Camilla. Yes, Queen Camilla. The way they treat Harry and Duchess Meghan, you're doing the same thing. But you're worse because you put it all out there. Well, actually, it's kind of better because the way the royals do it, they do all their funk and dirt behind doors, and then it gives them the ability to say, "Oh, Harry, you lied. Why are you not telling the truth?" But at least, First Lady of Nigeria said, "Hey, we don't want you here. You a gotta." If you know, you know. Okay. Oh my goodness. But the first lady has everybody backtracking now. Now you see, I'm not going to be that terrible person and bring up the remarks and show who wrote it to even further embarrass you. Embarrassing. But I had an idea that this was going to come, because she's out there talking out of the side of her neck. Now, many people think that Black American women are American women are aggressive and hostile and all this other stuff. Have you checked out that First Lady of Nigeria? What she did? Yeah. Well, that doesn't only go to American women. You could go right across the pond. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm pointing the wrong direction. Let me see. No, that right there. Yeah. Right across the pond, that direction, go right on across the water, and you get some hostility over there. She just put it all out in public. I think the president of Nigeria is still yelling at her. I mean, I just think so. But again, the first lady of Cameroon would have never conducted herself in that deplorable manner. I'm just loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I am loving it. You can't make this stuff up. You can't. She is really, she's backtracking, looking crazy. Oh, that's not what I said. She got her people coming out trying to cover for her. Well, well, what she meant to say was, it was the interpretation was, some people interpret like this was, I mean, too funny, too funny. I'm sorry, too funny because it's too funny. I haven't laughed this long. I haven't laughed this hard in a long time. Somebody take their foot and then put it straight in their mouth and look and make look. she single-handedly. I don't know how this happened, but she single-handedly made Amber Heard, Johnny Depp's ex-wife. She made Amber Heard look better. Do you know how hard it is to make that woman look decent? She is an international fool. But it seemed like that that title, Amber Heard, was knocked out, and now the international fool goes to the First Lady of Nigeria. You embarrassed yourself on it. Amber Heard embarrassed herself on a personal level, right? On a social level, yes. But you, First Lady, you embarrassed not only yourself, but you embarrassed your husband socially, politically, personally. And not only that, but on an international level. You running your mouth and he has to see other dignitaries. Yes, that is a fool's move. That was foolish. That's something where you get in your room, in your office, you go all the way in the back, open up another door and close it and say, did you see what you don't say that stuff out there like that. It showed zero tact. Zero. And then you're saying that you don't want Nigerian women, young Nigerian women, to behave like Hollywood actresses. How has Duchess Meghan comported herself? Always with dignity and grace, even under attack by people like you. But you can't make this up. You make Amber Heard look good. Oh my goodness. Pretty soon you're going to make Fannie Willis look good. Where's Fannie Willis at? You're going to make Fannie Willis look good. Now she is a this woman right here. She's a doggone fool. And you make her look good too. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done rambling. Hey, Queen Camilla, I got some questions for you. I know you're never going to see this or nor answer it. But are you setting up Rose Hannaberry to be the next replace what's her name? Princess Catherine? It seems like that you're pulling your strings again. Princess Diana, you got in. Now she's out. Now here, we don't even know where she is, but all of a sudden you have what's her name? Marquise of Chumley is now hanging out with you? What are you giving her? Some kind of advice on how to become the next queen? I'm asking. I'm asking because you have broke the mold. You went from the royal friend. You went from the royal friend to the royal friend to the royal girlfriend to the princess consort to queen consort to queen. And now you got your grandchildren all up in all these places. You got your son. I mean, it's man, is this the fall of the British Empire? And then you said Princess Meghan. Hey, royal supporters. Do you see? I'm going to have to change my title. Do you see what's going on? Do you see? Because you're too busy focusing on Duchess Meghan saying that she's going to what do you call it? That she's going to topple the entire British Empire. Nah, you better check this lady out right here. Well, you know where I'm pointing at. You better check her out. And what she's doing it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me if her children get some type of title out of this. I'm just saying. The only way that I can prove it is with time. That's all I can do. I have no paperwork. I have no pictures. I have no secret recording saying, yeah, hey, BGD, check this out. What they're going to do is they're going to replace everybody, and Queen Camilla's going to have her son. He's going to be a count or a duke or something. Give him a royal title and pay him. Hey, it wouldn't surprise me. It would. But also another thing wouldn't surprise me is if, because we all know that Nigeria is a former part of the Commonwealth. I think it still is a part of the Commonwealth in some way. I'm not quite sure. I have to go back and look. But it wouldn't surprise me if one of the royals, a senior royal, said, hey, could you please do something terrible to Duchess Meghan just to give her some more flack because she's over there in the U.S. and we really can't mess with her. But now that she's over there, could you get her for us so that it doesn't look like that we did it? That's just a thought. I very well could be wrong, and I would be completely okay with being wrong. Could you turn off your phone, please? Sarah? Yes. Is that you? Okay. Yeah, so I very well could be wrong. Very well could be wrong. And I would be okay with that. But I just had to get that out. I thought it was funny. She backtracked all her words. She backtracked them. And everyone who signed up for that on the First Lady Nigeria bandwagon got kicked off. Y'all looked all bruised, silly, dismayed, disoriented, led astray, run amok, bamboozled. Oh, you made social media fools at yourself. But on that note, I'm done with that. Oh, for my cookies, I uploaded a members only video of Marilyn Manson and Evan Rachel Wood, and check that out. That's already up, going over her claims that he grape juiced her while shooting the video heart-shaped glass. We go through it frame by frame, trying to see what she's talking about. So make sure you check that out. Hey, please like, subscribe. That's for free. If you want to jump out the window, please donate to me. Big Girl Diary, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Everything counts. Everything but help me to get more and new equipment. That's what I'm headed for. And please also subscribe. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. All that would help. Everything would help. Okay. On that note, you could be anywhere which you are, but I'm glad that you spent time with me. I do appreciate that more than you would ever know. On that note, I want to thank you for stopping by.